Have you ever wished that other people's opinions could no longer shake your peace? What if criticism and negativity could simply slide off you, like raindrops on lotus leaves? Today, we'll walk together through timeless Buddhist teachings that show you how to live with calm clarity, no matter what storm surrounds you. Imagine living in a world where the judgments, criticisms, and harsh words of others no longer disturb your inner peace. A world where you remain centered, grounded, and serene, no matter what others say or do. Like water rolling effortlessly off a duck's feathers, negativity simply slides off you without leaving a mark. In this video, we invite you on a transformative journey through 8 powerful lessons drawn from the wisdom of Buddhism. These teachings aren't just ideas, they are tools to help you live as if nothing can shake you. Together, we'll learn how to stay calm, think clearly, and act with compassion and strength even in the face of adversity. Principle 1. Do not hate those who hate you. It's natural to feel pain when others insult, belittle, or mistreat us. But returning hate with hate only fuels the fire and deepens the wound. True peace, deep, unshakable peace, comes when we rise above. Buddhism teaches us not to allow ourselves to be consumed by the darkness of others. Often, those who express hate are suffering themselves. They may be struggling with pain, fear, or confusion, and trying to push that pain onto others. But we don't have to receive it. We can choose to stay rooted in our own dignity, refusing to let their shadows cover our light. Choosing not to hate doesn't mean we approve of harmful actions. It means we choose not to poison ourselves with anger. Hate disturbs our mind, steals our joy, and distracts us from our purpose. By letting go of hatred, we free ourselves. We make space for healing, clarity, and love to grow. Let us then follow the Buddha's wisdom. Let's not waste another moment of our precious life hating someone who doesn't deserve a place in our hearts or our thoughts. Instead, let's focus on strengthening the kindness, patience, and compassion that already live within us. This is how we walk the path of true inner freedom. Principle 2. Practice humility. The Buddha once said, "A man is not wise because he speaks much. He is wise if he is calm, loving, and fearless." These few words hold a profound lesson. In today's world, where showing off achievements and speaking loudly often gets rewarded, humility can feel like a forgotten virtue. But real humility is not weakness. It's wisdom in action. It doesn't ask us to hide our gifts or shrink ourselves. Instead, it reminds us that true greatness lies not in what we say, but in how we live and treat others. A truly humble person listens more than they speak. They walk gently, with a heart open to learning. They don't chase praise or attention. Their quiet strength, their peaceful presence, speaks louder than any words. When we practice humility, we drop the heavy armor of ego. We become more open, more connected, and more real. Humility clears the way for empathy and understanding. It helps us see that we're all learning, all growing, and all part of something greater than ourselves. So remember, real wisdom isn't about sounding smart. It's about living with deep humility. And when we do, we don't just improve our own lives. We become a source of peace and inspiration for others too. Principle 3. Don't let others control your life. Picture your life as a hike through a vast, breathtaking forest. Along the way, you'll meet people. Some will cheer you on, some will criticize your pace, and others will insist you take a different path. But here's the truth. You are the one walking this trail, not them. The Buddha taught, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. That's the key. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your own inner voice. Don't let their judgments pull you away from the path your heart knows is right. Yes, it's good to listen with respect, but you don't have to follow every opinion. You are the captain of your ship, the author of your story. Only you can decide what direction your life should take. Trust your instincts. Focus on what you're doing now. Let go of the need for approval. When you choose your path with honesty and mindfulness, you walk forward with courage, and your steps become steady, no matter who's watching. When you have learned to walk steadily through judgment and resist being pulled by the noise of the outside world, the next thing to cultivate is the art of listening, a quiet yet profound strength. Principle 4. Listen twice as much as you speak. In a world where everyone is eager to speak, to share, to respond, how often do we truly listen? This teaching from Buddhism invites us to shift our attention inward and outward, not toward speaking more, but toward listening more. And not just listening with our ears, but with our hearts. When the Buddha said, to understand everything is to forgive everything, he wasn't just talking about forgiveness in the ordinary sense. He was pointing to a deeper truth. Real forgiveness is born from real understanding, and understanding begins with listening. To listen deeply means to be fully present. It means we don't just hear words, we perceive the emotions behind them, the stories beneath them, and the silent struggles people may carry inside. Listening becomes an act of compassion. It teaches us to see not just what is said, but what is felt. When we listen more than we speak, we connect more deeply with others. We begin to see how all human experiences, joy, pain, doubt, and hope, are woven together in a delicate and beautiful web. Listening helps us recognize the quiet threads that tie us all to one another. In such a noisy world, choosing to listen is an act of quiet strength. It's not about staying silent to avoid conflict. It's about creating space for others to be heard and for us to understand before we respond. And when we finally do speak, our words become more meaningful, calm, measured, and filled with wisdom. But this practice goes beyond human conversations. We are called to listen to the world itself, the wind in the trees, the stillness of the night, the quiet sadness in a friend's eyes, even the silence within our own hearts. Every sound, every pause, every moment is speaking to us, if we are willing to truly listen. Through this deep listening, we gain insight. We nurture empathy. We dissolve the walls that separate us from one another. And most importantly, we begin to hear the voice of our own inner peace, unshaken by the noise of the outside world. So, remember, when you appear untouched by chaos, it's not because you ignore the world, but because you've listened so deeply to it that you understand its rhythm. And in that understanding, you find calm. As we grow in our ability to listen, we grow in compassion. And through that compassion, we touch the truth of our shared humanity. Principle 5. Accept the worst in life. Now let's move to a deeper and often more difficult lesson, the art of acceptance. One of the greatest thieves of our peace is fear. Fear of losing what we love, fear of financial hardship, fear that something terrible might be just around the corner. These fears, often imagined and exaggerated in our minds, slowly become the background noise of our lives. Every day brings a new what if? What if I fail? What if something bad happens? What if I'm not enough? This endless cycle of worry becomes a burden that drains our energy and keeps us trapped in a constant state of tension. But Buddhism offers a powerful truth to counter this suffering. The Buddha taught that suffering is a natural part of life. It's not something to run from, and it's not necessarily what causes us the most pain. Rather, it's our attachment to comfort, to certainty, to how we believe life should be, that causes us to suffer more. When we expect life to always go smoothly, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. Because life, by nature, is unpredictable. Sometimes it brings joy, and sometimes sorrow. Both are impermanent. Both come and go. So what can we do? We accept. We learn to face the possibility of difficulty with open eyes and an open heart. Not with pessimism, but with wisdom. Accepting the worst doesn't mean giving up. It means preparing the mind to be unshaken when the storm comes. It's a mindset that brings clarity and courage, not because everything will go perfectly, but because you've trained yourself to be steady, no matter what unfolds. By embracing impermanence, we release the grip of anxiety. We stop fearing what hasn't happened, and in doing so, we free ourselves to live fully in the present, calm, focused, and strong. So, let us take this to heart. Accept the worst, not because you want it to happen, but because you're strong enough to face it if it does. When we accept impermanence and learn to face our fears, the mind gradually becomes steady and at ease. And in that serenity, we begin to see life with clearer eyes, to recognize what is truly precious and what is merely a passing illusion. Principle 6. Be aware of the dangers of fortune. The Buddha once offered a timeless truth. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. In a world that constantly pushes us to chase more, to earn more, to own more, to be more, these simple words call us back to what truly matters. Today, success is often defined by how big your house is, how expensive your car, or how high your status. But the Buddha reminds us, all these things, though they may bring fleeting joy, are temporary. They decay, they change, they vanish. Wealth and fortune, when clung to, become traps. We become anxious to protect them, fearful of losing them, and restless in our desire to gain even more. But is that true happiness? Real wealth, as the Buddha taught, lies in contentment, in the ability to pause, breathe, and feel at peace with what we already have. It's found in small, quiet joys. The laughter of a child, a warm bowl of food shared with family, a peaceful walk beneath the trees. These are the treasures that nourish the heart, and even deeper than contentment lies something more enduring, faithful, loving relationships, the trust between friends, the loyalty between partners, the care we give and receive. These are riches that no gold can match. They remain with us, even when everything else fades. So let us be mindful. Let us not become too attached to the comforts that come and go. Instead, let's focus on tending to our health, practicing gratitude, and nurturing the relationships that bring our lives meaning. Because in the end, a simple life rooted in love and connection offers a kind of wealth that never diminishes, a wealth that brings not only happiness, but lasting peace and purpose. Principle 7. See failure as a stepping stone, not something to fear. Life isn't a straight line. It's a winded path filled with highs and lows, victories and stumbles. The Buddha once said, "Each morning we are born again." What we do today is what matters most. This wisdom is an invitation, a call to treat each day as a clean slate. No matter what happened yesterday, today offers a chance to begin again, to grow, to try once more. When we face failure, it's easy to shrink away, to feel defeated. But what if we saw it differently? Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall again and again, but they never give up. Why? Because falling is part of learning. It builds strength, balance, confidence. And we are no different. Every mistake, every setback, every difficult moment is a lesson in disguise. Each challenge shapes us, refines us, just like a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece. When we stop fearing failure, we start embracing growth. We take risks. We step out of our comfort zones. We become curious instead of cautious. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the path to success. So the question isn't, will I fall? It's, will I rise again? And every time you rise, you become stronger, wiser, and more connected to your true self. So take heart. Your path may be uneven, but every step forward, every recovery after a fall, brings you closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. As we walk this journey, grounded in simplicity, strengthened by resilience, and unafraid of failure, there remains one final, profound reminder: the impermanence of life itself. Let us now turn to the lesson that brings it all into focus. After realizing that failure is only a stepping stone and understanding that each day is a new beginning, we arrive at a deeper truth, a truth everyone knows, but few truly live by. Life is finite. Principle 8. Always remember that death is waiting at the end of the road. This might sound somber at first, but it is not meant to bring fear. It's meant to awaken us. The awareness of death is not a call to despair. In Buddhism, it is a call to live more fully, more mindfully, and more meaningfully. Think about it. If we know with certainty that life does not last forever, then every single moment becomes more precious. Each breath, each interaction, each choice gains weight and depth. So many people spend decades working tirelessly, chasing status, struggling to pay off debts for a house or possessions they cannot take with them. But have we ever paused to ask ourselves, is this truly how we want to spend the limited time we have? When we embrace the truth of impermanence, we begin to make different choices. We value time over things. We prioritize connection over competition. We focus on what really matters: love, learning, joy, and compassion. Just as we carry a phone or a wallet with us every day, why not carry a small notebook? A personal reminder of what's truly important. Not for others to read, but for you to return to when life gets noisy and confusing. Let it hold your core values, your dreams, your reasons to live with intention. Understanding that life isn't an endless stretch of time helps us stop postponing happiness. We stop waiting for someday and start living today. We stop fearing small setbacks because we see the bigger picture. We stop chasing the illusion of forever and start savoring what is real right now. This isn't about rushing. It's about living with clarity. Knowing that time is limited helps us strip away the distractions and focus on what brings us true peace. Final reflection: walk in peace, live with purpose. Throughout this journey, we've explored 8 powerful principles from Buddhist wisdom, teachings that don't deny the pain of life, but offer a way to walk through it with grace and courage. These lessons don't ask you to escape life's chaos. They ask you to meet it with a calm mind and an open heart. They ask you to choose peace when others choose anger, to practice humility when others seek praise, to listen more, to let go of fear, to cherish what truly matters, and above all, to remember. This moment is your life. When you live by these truths, you become unshakable, not because life becomes easy, but because you've become grounded in something deeper. You learn to walk through life as if nothing can truly disturb your peace. As you move through your day, hold these teachings close. Let them be your compass when you feel lost, your calm in the storm, your reminder that serenity is always within reach. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mindful insights. Until next time, walk your path with clarity, courage, and compassion. And remember, nothing can truly disturb the peace of a mind rooted in wisdom.